You know what's funny? Speaking of the future, what do you think of self-driving cars?
Scary, but also sick. If with a self-driving car, can you do other things? Are you allowed to like?
Yeah,
Are you allowed to like read a book and
it's
like
self-driving. You could take a
be in your
nap.
laptop? Are you
Yeah,
actually
you could
allowed
do
to?
work. You could do whatever you want.
But then what if there's an accident?
It corrects for that.
What
It's
it was,
self-driving.
what if I know, but what if someone hits you? Like you can't
Well,
account for everybody in their.
no, like it'll do its best. But if you're driving yourself and someone hits you in the same situation, you
You're
might
not at
have
fault.
the same or less
Oh,
of a chance of getting out of it. Apparently, so I heard this from a friend. Don't fact check me, but apparently one limitation to self-driving cars is that if you are on the, let's say, the highway, and something falls in the middle of a road and you have to go left or right, if there are, let's say three people on the right, just pedestrians, and there's an 18-wheeler truck on the left, apparently it'll swerve you to the left because it says three people versus one 18-wheeler truck life. Like you're gonna it's gonna kill you now because it's
okay.
going to save these three people. So
It's kind of sick.
apparently that's kind of it's creepy.
So you rather have them say that it's going to drive into people?
No, but just the fact that it's like if that were to ever happen, you're going in the opposite direction of pedestrians, which is probably oncoming traffic, or maybe it's the median, or
But it's probably a better idea though because you got to look up
well,
for all
that's I guess
possibilities.
that's the ethical debate, right? Like, is three lives pedestrians um, less or more important than your own life and an 18-wheeler and potentially the truck driver's life,
That's true too.
right? So it's just these
And like how many
limitations, I
people do you have
guess.
in your car? But at the same time, like if the car came out and said that, yeah, instead of driving into 18 wheeler, we're gonna drive into people, they'd be like, okay, no, that's not allowed on the road, you know?
I don't know.
Mm.
I think the safest way would be if the majority or all cars are
So
self-driving.
yeah, exactly. Because like think about it. Say I'm reading my book while my car's driving itself, and then someone hits me, or like T-bones me. Where like I could have seen it coming if I wasn't reading my book.
Well, it's going to see it coming too because it has, let's just say, minimum like 8 cameras all around that are taking pictures 1,000 times a second. I
But
don't
it
know.
can't brace you as fast as you can brace you.
You
So I'm
like
reading
in
my
the
book,
car,
and then it's
yeah,
like beep beep beep.
yeah.
Someone's coming right now, and
In
it's
the
like I can't
car,
like put my
yeah,
book down, grab the wheel.
yeah. In the car, you can't brace, but I'm assuming you still have to wear a seatbelt.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for
So
sure.
like it'd be the same as if you didn't ever see that T-bone, but you were still driving. Versus now you're just reading a book, you're still sitting in the same spot, probably with the seatbelt on. You get hit.
Fair. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it, but it's also it's both ways. I think like you want to. I don't know. Just like if you gotta brace yourself, it's easier than when you're just like sitting back and you up.
Yeah, or maybe there is a like a beeping system that could go, let's just say even 1 second. Think about how quickly you react to like some image, like a bird flying overhead. Within less than a second, you're dodging it,
True,
right? So within that 1 second of beep 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 beep, you brace
but
something.
at the same time, like with that beep 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 beep, you want to know where it's coming from. I feel like the first instinct would be like, what is it for, and then brace.
They probably have speakers like Dolby Atmos, which is like that
Sick.
super surround sound technology. That's like if you hear the beep on the left side, that's where an impact is coming.
That's a good point.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool though. I think at one point there would be highways fully dedicated to self-driving cars, or for example, the 407 is only for self-driving cars because you can not that you can go faster, but if all cars are self-driving on that highway, they could probably reach like 200 kilometers per hour and just be completely fine. They could automatically give, let's just say,
The next car, a lot of
200 meters of space. Let's go 200. They're all connected on the same database. They're all linked together. So like this one knows it's going to exit here. This one
convoy
can take the
system.
space, and or if this one's going to slow down, this one knows, so it'll go around, and they could probably do some like rush hour Tetris thing.
That reminds me of a Wally
The
when they're in the
the
tube
floating
system.
chairs.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, the floating chairs.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a pretty good movie. Um, I think that'll be a long time though.
yeah. I think it'd be cool though. I kind of want it to happen soon. I love to drive, but like I would love to just be like, you know what? It's rush. Well, first of all, if there was a highway just for self-driving cars, there probably wouldn't be rush hour if you're in that highway.
Unless there's an accident or something. It like how reliable is
Well,
this
imagine so
situation?
imagine there's three, let's say three lanes on this self-driving highway, and one of the lanes is blocked by a blown tire or something.
Ah,
All the cars are going to know, plus with 200 meters of space, they're just going to fill those gaps, move over. As soon as they're past it, come back out.
Yeah.
Because basically how traffic works in a nutshell is, imagine there's like 10 cars, and the first one slows down for a second and speeds up. The second car behind it is going to slow down just like the first one did, but let's just say half a second later. That third car is a half a second later from that. And as you go on and on and on, eventually, let's just say 30 cars down, that's a full, 3 to 8 seconds of just like, oh shoot, I've stopped. By the time this car's gone, it goes 1, 2, 3, they start accelerating again. You are at the back waiting for the line to get to you to start accelerating. And that's basically what traffic is, because people drive too close, they stop too suddenly.
They merge for no
merge
reason.
improperly. Yeah, like
Yeah.
if I
It's
honestly,
like, oh no, my lane's slowing down. Let's get in that one.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
I honestly think if everyone, human drivers, gave each other, let's just say 100 meters of space, I don't think they would be nearly as much traffic.
I believe
And
that
we
too.
and we obviously made better merging choices.
But you can't tell like all humans to be like, hey, stay 100 meters away.
Yeah, not everyone's a good driver.
That's true.